Hey guys, it's Sakina. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, my name is Sakina. I'm your eco-friendly hostess with the mostest. I teach you how to live a luxurious life in a sustainable way. Just a short snippet about my background. I went from being broke and 40K plus in debt to being debt free in 2 years, and I had to completely overhaul my lifestyle to do it. So, if you want to come on my journey, learn how to become debt free, learn how to live a luxurious life in a way that's not going to compromise your health, your bank account, or your nervous system, you are in the right place. In today's video, I want to share with y'all some skincare trends that I see for 2026. And I want to share a little bit about why I think these are going to be big trends in the beauty industry and what you should actually pay attention to when it comes to the skincare products you choose to purchase, because a lot of the skincare products out there today really aren't doing a lot. It's a lot of really colorful packaging, luxurious looking packaging, but the contents inside of the skincare products is what you should actually be looking for, and most specifically the active ingredients. And so that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. Okay, so first on my list is going to be something that has been around for the last few years. Collagen has been a big buzzword in the beauty industry. Collagen supplements, from powders to drinks, you name it, there's collagen in everything. But there's something that you should really be paying attention to when it comes to collagen supplements if you want to get the most bang for your buck. Now, those things you're going to be wanting to pay attention to is the form of collagens that are in the product, and also the source of the collagen. These are two very important factors when it comes to the absorption rate of the collagen, and if your body is actually going to be able to utilize that collagen to actually plump up your skin. Just a small background of what collagen actually does. For your skin, collagen builds the framework for the skin. So imagine your skin is a web of different cells, and the collagen is that web that kind of helps keep the skin intact. As collagen declines as we age and just through environmental factors, what happens is our skin begins to sag. However, what the skincare industry is trying to sell to us is that supplementing with collagen is actually going to help reverse that. And there is some truth to that. There's some studies that I've been reading that actually show that there is some benefit to supplementing with collagen. But you have to keep in mind that a lot of the studies that cosmetic companies are using to back up the science for their products, those are funded studies. So when you're looking to see if something actually works scientifically, you're going to want to look for studies that are not funded by the cosmetic industry. And that's what I was trying to do for this video. Is I wanted to look and see what studies have actually shown and what is actually going to be beneficial when it comes to collagen supplementing. And this is what I found. There's been some debate on the safety of collagens that are sourced from, let's see, like cattle, pigs, things like that, bovine sources, because a lot of those animals can have different types of viruses that they are afraid cannot actually be transmitted to humans if the collagen is sourced from those animals. Marine collagen has a good track record so far because it's easily absorbed in the body. You don't have to worry about some of the specific viruses that you'll get from mammals. And also, marine collagen provides type 1 collagen source. The, the collagen that you're going to want for skin when it comes to helping the elasticity of your skin, the buoyancy of your skin, reversing wrinkles, you're going to want to look for type 1 and type 2 collagen. So whenever you're purchasing collagen supplements, make sure you're looking to that they have type 1 and or type 2 collagen, because that's what's going to give you the effects you're looking for when it comes to the anti-aging benefits. Now, this other thing that I found is something that I'm going to start paying attention to, because I didn't realize that this is as important as the type of collagen. And that is, does it contain tri or dipeptides? So these are the types of collagen molecules that are found in the collagen source. And specifically, tri and dipeptides, they have scientifically been proven to have certain effects that you're going to want when it comes to anti-aging. For instance, proline hydroxyproline, or PH, has been scientifically proven to possess effectiveness and accessibility when it comes to anti-aging. It has been reported to help stimulate the growth of fibroblasts, and that word fibroblast is very important. I'll tell you why in a minute. And it also helps with the synthesis of hyaluronic acid. So fibroblasts are the actual game changers when it comes to collagen production, because when you stimulate the fibroblasts, that is what stimulates the production of collagen. So whenever you're looking to promote collagen growth and synthesis, you want to stimulate fibroblasts. So when I learned this, I was like, okay, so I need to start looking to see what skincare products and what skincare procedures actually stimulate the fibroblasts. It's not necessarily about collagen supplementation. It's about stimulating the fibroblasts. And that's what's going to help with the bioavailability of the collagen supplements that you're taking, but also with the body stimulating that collagen growth within itself. So if you're wondering what actually stimulates the fibroblasts, I'm glad you asked. So that's where it comes back to those tripeptides and dipeptides. Those peptides help stimulate. If they actually are able to penetrate the skin barrier and go into the skin and it reaches the fibroblasts, it's going to stimulate the fibroblasts to produce collagen. So you're wanting to use those peptides as a stimulant for collagen production. So whenever you're seeing products, and I can show you a couple products here in a second, that have peptides in it, that's what those peptides are doing. Those peptides are helping to stimulate. Now, if you want to go a little bit further, I think that you're going to get the most results probably from something like microdermabrasion or microneedling, because those are actually creating small, it's like small tears in the skin. It's also slightly damaging your skin in a micro way that is not going to leave scarring, but that also stimulates fibroblasts. So you want to just kind of like make micro tears or just like a little micro damage. Obviously go to an esthetician or a dermatologist for this type of treatment. But if you want like to see serious results, I think that that's probably where you're going to get the most benefits from this. But if you don't want to go that route, I mean, obviously that's more expensive. But if you're not ready to take that next step, then I think that just making sure that you're finding products that actually have tri and dipeptides, those are the peptides that are actually going to be able to stimulate the fibroblasts. So I want to show you all a couple of products that I currently am using just so you can get an idea. I have this one from CosRx. It's a hyaluronic acid, the 6 peptide skin booster. This is what it looks like. And this is a serum that I use after washing my face, after applying hyaluronic acid. It also has hyaluronic acid in it. And if you don't know what hyaluronic acid is an acid that is naturally found in the body, but it just is a humectant. So it helps the skin absorb water, which is something that you want when you're moisturizing your skin. You want your skin to be supple. So this hyaluronic acid is going to draw in the water and the moisture. The 6 peptide booster is something that I'm currently using, but now that I know the purpose of a peptide, I try to make sure that I'm looking at the ingredients label to see what types of peptides are actually in the product. Another good one is the hyaluronic acid multi-peptide serum from The Ordinary. I love The Ordinary's hyaluronic acid, and I like this one because it also gives you the peptides that you're going to want to stimulate the collagen production. And peptides really are pretty much harmless as far as like mixing it with your other skincare. So if you're doing acids, I like to do like alpha hydroxy acid, beta hydroxy acid, lactic acid pills. That's not going to interfere with that. It's not going to cause any damage to the skin. And also, those types of pills are also things that are going to stimulate fibroblasts because they are an acid, so they are kind of damaging your skin a little bit in order to reveal a new layer. It's a mild exfoliant. So The last thing I'm going to want you to do is next time you buy a collagen supplement, this one is Naked. I like Naked products because they have very few ingredients. It's very natural as far as the ingredients list goes, very clean, just very simple, not a lot of like additives, fillers, things like that. The only thing about this one though is when I look at the amino acid profile here on the back, it does not contain hydroproline, which is one of the peptides that was very important when it comes to penetrating the skin, which is why I take it. I take this in my coffee pretty much every single morning. So in summary, and I apologize if you can hear our dogs in the background, they picked the right time. In summary, when we are looking at collagen, there are more factors than just supplementing with collagen because we want to make sure the collagen is actually being used. We want to make sure it's bioavailable inside of our bodies. And we also want to make sure that the peptides within the collagen are actually stimulating the fibroblasts that stimulate collagen growth within our bodies. So that's going to be making sure we're using type 1 and type 2 collagen. I prefer a marine sourced collagen. I'm looking for hydroproline on the ingredients label, not just proline. And then I'm also using topical ceramides and peptides, but we're using those di and tripeptides because those are the ones that in the studies have been showing that they are having these amazing anti-aging effects. If you're interested in reading any of the articles that I read on these topics, I will link a Word document in the description. You can go check out those articles yourself. I'm always for people doing their own research because a lot of the stuff that is fed to us, they are funded by pharmaceutical companies and cosmetic companies. So the objective of all of those studies are to swing on the side of promoting whatever cosmetic or beauty product they are formulating. So I'm trying to give you the real deal. I'm trying to give you unbiased scientific background and proof. So it'll be in the description box if you're interested in reading those articles. So the next one is something that I'm still learning a little bit about, but I've seen it all over TikTok. And so I got curious and I was like, okay, what is all of this NAD plus stuff about? I've heard the celebrities use it and it's a big anti-aging supplement, but I don't really know much about it. Research, and NAD plus is actually a product of a cellular process in the body called the Krebs cycle. I'm not going to get too all biology on you. Your girl has a bachelor's degree in nutrition sciences, and one of my favorite, Coco, girl, wait a minute. I'm gonna need you. I'm sorry, Coco is just off the chain today. So I purchased this. You can get it at Walmart. I'll link it below if you're interested. It's NAD plus longevity and anti-aging formula from Force Factor. I've never actually used any supplements from Force Factor, but this is it caught my eye. I was at Walmart getting some, I think I was getting some multivitamins, and this caught my eye, and I was like, let me give it a try and see what it does for me. But basically, long story short, from what I have read, NAD is a natural product of the Krebs cycle, which is a cellular process that happens in the mitochondria. It is what helps your body release energy and allows your body to use that energy to help you throughout your day. If you don't know, the mitochondria are the powerhouses of the cell. That is one of the main things I remember from biology is the mitochondria are the powerhouses of the cells. And when I learned that the more muscle you have, the more mitochondria you have. Your body generates and creates more mitochondria to help generate more energy. So if you want more energy, just work out, build muscle, and you'll have to create more mitochondria, and then you'll have more energy. But the NAD plus or NADH is what a lot of other supplements may call it, is a factor in that energetic cycle. All right, so are y'all ready for the last and final skincare and beauty trend to pay attention to for 2026? Now this one caught me off guard a little bit because I didn't realize how big of an industry that this was. Did you know that the fermented beverage industry is expected to reach a market size of 3.06 trillion by 2029? That is what market analysis have researched. So you see all these drinks popping up on the market, from the poppy, the kombuchas, all of these fermented beverages. They are supposed to help you with your gut bacteria, which helps with things like inflammation and digestion and skincare. Now, there's a specific bacteria that they have been doing studies with, and I want to share that with y'all because if more companies jump into this pool, you might start to see that they are advertising this specific type of bacteria, or they're advertising their drink to benefit skin and skincare and beauty and anti-aging. So if that happens, I want y'all to look for this specific bacteria on the label, and it is called Plantarum. So this specific bacteria is used in a lot of different types of drinks. They use it with fermenting tofu, fruit juices, all types of foods. But it has been found to have antioxidant activity, helping to kill free radicals or remove free radicals from the system. And so I'm just going to go out and say that this is something that is going to be marketed towards women in their 30s and 40s and 50s as an anti-aging type supplement, or some kind of nutraceutical that can be used for anti-aging. So if that happens, guys, if you start to see more probiotics and prebiotic drinks on the market advertising for skincare, then that is the bacteria that you need to look for, because that is what the studies I've read are showing. This particular sector of the skincare industry is called gerobiotics. And so instead of prebiotics, it's called gerobiotics because it is the study of how these bacteria affect aging. So gerobiotics is something that I anticipate to be a skincare and anti-aging trend in 2026. Okay, so that's not the only thing happening in the skincare world. There's numerous other procedures and things like that, but I just wanted to hone in on a couple of things that you should keep your eye on, specifically the active ingredients that you should be focusing on if you want to dive into that. I love skincare and I love experimenting with skincare, even though it's a detriment to my bank account. But one of the good habits that I have formed in the last year is learning about the actual active ingredients and looking for percentages in the skincare products that I'm purchasing before purchasing them, because a lot of these products, they don't really do much. They don't really have a lot of science behind them. So they're just kind of buzzwords, and we're falling for buzzwords. We're spending hundreds of thousands of dollars every single year on skincare and beauty products that don't actually have any benefits other than the packaging is nice. So I've been doing my own research so that I can kind of scale back on the products that I'm purchasing and making sure that I'm consistently purchasing the right products with the right ingredients that are actually going to have some effect on my skin and actually have scientific proof behind it that it actually works. All right, guys, so that's all I have for you in this video. I hope that the information that I shared is going to be helpful for you, and I hope that y'all check those ingredients labels before y'all start throwing your money towards it, because let me tell you, the beauty industry is a beast. They sell us things to help us with our insecurities, and a lot of times all we need is some good soap and water and a good moisturizer. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. If you're interested in any of the research that I did or any of the articles that I read, I'll be linking some of the articles below in the description box, as well as some of the products that I mentioned in this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!